edge of the 6-yard box and ball out quickly to Soares, who helps it nicely around the corner. Wants a return from Collins. Collins gets it wrong. Gives it to Christ, who drills it to Cheesevich. Good chested ball down to Tolley. Left it over the top. Morell's on the back of the fence. The pass forces him wide though. Will he keep it in? Just about by the corner flag, left-hand side. He's got support in Ashton, who he toe pokes in. Ashton level the edge of the box, back to the box, feeds it to Morell, who curls it into the near post, right being to by Franks. Wrexham shouting for handball. Maybe notably though, the one player who didn't really shout for it was Wright, the closest person to it. Mackey rolls it into the edge of the area and the flag stays down. Chance of the ball to be driven up by Collins. He pulls back to Joseph Dubois, who totally mishits his shot. That was a real chance edge of the area. He was on his own and he just mishit it into the ground, and Crichton was able to get the ball clear. Mayevi rather mishits it seems, but Cheesevich has got it on the half end. Cuts inside Soares well, goes accelerating forwards, running at John, tries to go around outside him. Good slaloming to run this. He's got to the touchline, 10 yards out, feeds it back well. Obeng in space can cross, feeds it in first time, skims off a defender, and is headed towards goal by Wright and just past the far post. Excellent effort that, wasn't it, to keep control of that header.
Well, yeah, it was Cheesy's pace first of all. It just then passed it back to Obeng, because two Hayes players had tried to keep Cheesevich from crossing it, and it was a cracking header. I mean, the keeper didn't move, just rooted to the spot, watching where it went. Sadly for us, it went on the outside of the post rather than just inside the top corner.
Keats switches it to the right, so Obeng in a little bit of space, but Hayes have got their midfield back in position, so Obeng tries the long diagonal. Morell in a bit of space, back to goal, turns and hits a shot just wide of the right post. Good play by Morell. Good ball by Obeng, and Morell was allowed space back to goal edge of the area, took it in the chest, pivoted and hit it just wide of the right post, but a good strike that.
Yeah, it's almost the first moment of any real class from either side in this half, to be honest, Mark. Good ball in, nice chest control by Andy Morell, lovely spin and turn, but he just spun it too much and screwed his shot wide of the goal. Goal kick to Hayes and Yedding, which was taken by their goalkeeper, Steve Arnold.
Pogba on, are you surprised by that, Steve?
Well, it's an interesting one. If it takes Morell or Wright off, then possibly not. But Jake Spate would have been the one for me. He's the one who's worked well, as Cheesevich makes a fantastic break into the edge of the area. That's a brilliant run by Cheesevich. Cuts it back. It's a poor quality cutback. Adrian Cheesevich, absolutely stunning run. Got himself into the area. Took two Hayes and Yedding defenders out, and then cut the ball back to where Andy Morell wasn't. And it was just a poor quality cutback. Really, Wrexham should have done better. And it's going to be Danny Wright coming off. So Pogba's on for Danny Wright, Paul.
Yes, well, as Mark called it, and you mentioned, I mean, if we're bringing Pogba on, it probably was Danny Wright who's coming off, who hasn't had his best game. Going back to Cheesy's run then, the one disappointing aspect of it was he didn't back himself right at the end of it to take a shot.
It was a wonderful surge by Cheesevich. He just went past three men like they weren't there, cut through the defence, and then his drag back was really disappointing. Morell was totally marked edge area. The drag back was never going to get to him. Obeng hurls it to the near post beyond Crichton, helps on well by Pogba. Tolley steeping header, hits a defender under the bar and ricochets just wide for the corner. Well, Pogba nearly made an immediate impact there. A lovely little cushioned nod backwards, and Tolley with a great chance of his diving header, but Cadmore it hit and span just wide. So it'll now be a corner from the left-hand side. Tolley to take. Floats it in under the bar, just beyond everybody. Ricochets in! Wrexham took the lead. Knight Percival slams it in from close range. Tolley's corner not dealt with by the defence. Went right across the face. And Knight Percival, well, he had time to miscontrol it about a yard out and then slam it into the empty net. And, well, what a relief for Wrexham.
Is that down to Pogba again, though, Mark? He was in there challenging for the ball, and his height and presence and physical presence certainly seems to have upset the Hayes and Yedding defence. Knight Percival, fantastic bit of goal poaching there, slides the ball home, and of course it's the Wrexham Supporters Association football commentary team that sponsors Knight Percival's away shirt, and it obviously made all the difference there.
Oh, it absolutely did, Steve. Breakthrough, because Hayes and Yedding have been looking very untroubled at the back, but Wrexham take the lead from a set piece, and it's a precious lead. Frank's on the edge of his area. I suppose, you know, the old cliche, the teams that go up are the ones that get the wins when they're not playing well. There's now Hayes knocking around at the back rather dangerously. This player swallowing around, back past Pogba, goes round the keeper, and he taps it in, And Wrexham got 2 goals in the space of a minute and a half. Dreadful mistake at the back, and Pogba tackled the keeper and tapped it in.
What a quality substitution there. Who called that one? Andy Morel or Billy Barr? But Matthias Pogba involved for the first goal challenging, and he certainly was involved for the second. Closed it down and then just tapped the ball into the empty net. So instantaneous change there by Matthias Pogba. And unfortunately, we don't sponsor his shirt, Mark.
How much money you got in your back pocket, Steve? Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, Cadmore, 2 seasons ago, was the player who had a very unlucky, well, wasn't credited as an own goal, but it was essentially an own goal. Wrexham won 1-0 at Hayes, and Baines hit the shot which hit the post and came out, and Cadmore had bounced off him and dropped in. And there he played the most dreadful back pass. What the heck he was doing. It wasn't a good ball to him by the keeper. He just had to get rid of it, but instead he played it straight to Pogba. He got roads the tackle of the keeper, and Wrexham out of nothing at 2-0 up, throwing 20 yards out to Wrexham, who suddenly looked full of beans. 2 up, and putting the pressure on. Cieslewicz on the right-hand side. Threads it in behind the fence. Good ball. Oban gets the goal line. First time pull back. Tolly drives it. Superb save by Arnold. Tolly hit it slightly into the ground, and that's probably what allowed Arnold a chance, but brilliant reflex save to tip around the coast.
Yeah, it was a great save there by the Hayes and Yeading goalkeeper, Steve Arnold. But really, Jamie Tolly should have done better with that. He didn't get the cleanest strike on it. Fantastic save by the keeper. Changed direction and got down. But if Jamie Tolly had struck that as well as he normally strikes the ball, I don't think he'd have had a prayer, to be honest, Mark.
Finds Clark. Breaking down the right-hand side. No real support, so he takes on and beats his man. Can he deliver a cross now? Rolls it back. Morel's sensible. He's coming out. Morel drills to the near post. Cadmore volleys it clear into midfield. Obeng misjudges the bouncing balls. It comes down from a height. He's retrieved it and scooped it backwards to Crichton though. And Crichton cheekily fakes the back pass and takes on and beats his man. Chips it forwards. Pogba jumping. Cadmore just got up ahead of him and cleared. Only first Tolly. Clever Hodges at the left side of the box. Cieslewicz hits a shot from a tight angle just over. It was a clever helped on header by Tolly. He's had a decent second half, and well, Cieslewicz there just couldn't quite keep control of the shot. It's picked up by Paquette, who walks it across to the right flank to Spence. He feeds it inside. Bentley 25 yards out, and his left foot threads it towards the edge of the area. Soares tries to cut inside his man, spreads it back across to the right. Spencer cuts inside, works it across to the edge of the D. Soares drills it in, rather hits Masso, who tries a shot, and Miyebe goes down low to his right and saves it. Pretty well directed, but not quite enough power on it, and Miyebe did well to get down low and grab hold of it, but just an indication there of the danger that Wrexham could be under if they actually do get sloppy here.
It's been pretty steady stuff from Wrexham. Press forward and look dangerous now. It's a chance for Spate as he takes on Cadmore, and Spate still on the edge of the area, holds the ball, checks it back, comes out to Cieslewicz in the outside right position. Cieslewicz running out the left back, plays a good ball in. Spate shoots. Great save by the goalkeeper, diving to his left. Lovely move though by Wrexham, and a good effort by Jake Spate.